What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. This is a follow-on from yesterday's video. I talked about how Yamato looks to be coming into One Piece Treasure Cruise, and we were very cautious of that particular article here on Ryokuta. However, we actually have evidence that this is 100% the case. Yamato is confirmed to be debuting on One Piece Treasure Cruise. I think it's only on Japan though, you gotta keep that in mind. This looks to be a Japan-only SUGO-FEST, but it's not only just a SUGO-FEST. I was also right in the video with saying that it is a Super SUGO-FEST. Yamato is going to be a Super SUGO-FEST exclusive character. That's exactly what I kind of wanted from the unit, so what I would like to see from the unit, we'll get to it in the video, but I hope that it's a last tap unit with super type. That's what I would hope it's going to be, but it looks like there's another debuting legend alongside that, and I kind of suspected it. If Yamato was going to debut in a SUGO-FEST with a whole new batch, I feel like there had to be another legend aside from Yamato, and it looks like that is the case, which is awesome. But I want to take you through the timeline of the events that unfolded throughout the day today. So of course I made the video yesterday about it, everyone got really hyped about it, but then we go over to this tweet right here. This guy called Kid just tweeted out this picture, which has Yamato's mask, obviously, the Treasure Cruise logo. This is exactly what the Ryokuta post was talking about, saying like there's the new event where, you know, it's for the 100th volume. At the 100th volume of One Piece, there's 100 gem logins, which was officially announced today on Global. We actually have the login bonus, so for the next 15 days when you log in, you get a total of 100 additional rainbow gems, which is going to be freaking awesome. But it also, like this text right here, if you guys have ever played the Japan version of the game, this is like the Sugo Rare text. You know, when you pull a legend, it says Sugo Rare. This is the Japanese characters for Sugo Rare, and it's obviously Yamato's mask. Pretty fitting, right? But then we had a bombshell drop on us a couple of hours after this post went live with a full V-Jump scan right here. Now, this V-Jump scan is kind of crazy. So, I mean, we'll go through the other stuff first. Obviously, Kuma and Arlong, we talked about them already. The CP0 batch, which was really cool. But then we got this right here, man. Like, this is crazy. So, the first thing that jumps out at you is we got Ulti in page 1 here. Now, I guess this is kind of an anime spoiler, but I mean, Yamato in general is an anime spoiler at this point, but this looks to be hybrid form of Ulti right here with page 1 in the background. This does look to be the other debuting legend in this batch, but not only do we get Ulti in page 1, we've got Sasaki, Who's Who, and Black Maria all debuting. These three characters seem to be rare recruits. We have this character, which it looks to be a legend. We have no confirmation on whether or not this is a legend, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be. I'm pretty sure this actually mentions right here that it's going to be a legend, and it says like Ulti in page 1. This is great artwork, by the way. And then we have this silhouette at the side. Now, this silhouette literally says, if you translate it, Yamato will be debuting as a Super SUGO-FEST exclusive character. It literally says it when you translate this right here. So this is Yamato's silhouette. We don't know if this is the unevolved or the evolved artwork, because all of these characters seemingly look to be the evolved versions, especially this legend. This looks to be the evolved one for sure. I would think that this is a silhouette of the evolved form. I really hope that the evolved form does not have the mask on the character. That would be kind of shitty if they did that. I think the 5-star artwork of Yamato would be perfect to have the mask, and then the evolved form to be removing that mask. That would make perfect sense in my eyes, but of course we'll have to wait and see once a data download gets pushed. And that's the other thing as well, is we actually don't know when this SUGO-FEST is going live. Obviously we have the whole campaign with the login period is on the 3rd. The 3rd of September is when like the login period kind of starts, or when this whole 100th volume celebration kind of begins. Currently it is the 2nd, so we'll be starting from tomorrow as of this video going out. So we might get a data download tonight, because it does mention like the event period starts until October 10th. So, you know, legit, this SUGO-FEST could be coming tomorrow, but if that is the case, then we need a data download, and there hasn't been any inclination of there being a data download yet. So we will have to wait and see if a data download gets pushed, or what they could do, which I think would be a really smart idea, would be waiting until the One Piece episode debuts this weekend, and then have the data pushed then, and then make the SUGO-FEST go live like an hour or two after the episode goes live. That would be a really really cool way to do it. It would build so much hype for the character as well. That could be a way to do it, or they could just wait until next week's episode when the full reveal of the character should be, and then have the character debut then. There are lots of different ways they could go about it. We don't know what is going to be the case yet, and this is further confirmation that Yamato is going to be a Super SUGO-FEST unit, because a lot of people saw this initial text here. They said, oh, that's like SUGO-FEST exclusive, which is the exact same as Halloween lore, but this is the Dex lore that came out with the Super SUGO-FEST, and there is this character in front of it to signify a Super SUGO-FEST exclusive, which this character does have right here. So yeah, Yamato is confirmed to be a Super SUGO-FEST exclusive character. But the thing is though, if you go over to the scan and you go over to Ulti page 1, there is actually more stuff you can see here. Let me just get the right size. This character here is the same as this character here for the Super SUGO-FEST unit. It does look to be the same character. So I think Ulti page 1 might also be a Super SUGO-FEST exclusive. That is kind of weird though. Like I was talking about in another Discord earlier, I feel like having Ulti page 1 as a Super SUGO unit just really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't see Ulti page 1 as the same levels of hype as like Luffy, Law, Kid, or Roger and Odin. In my eyes, it just doesn't fit. Yamato fits perfectly in that. I would be okay with that. But Ulti page 1 as a Super SUGO unit, unless if the unit is completely busted, then I'm all okay with it. And if they're a Super SUGO unit, they have to be really, really good. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of disappointing, honestly. I'm not really that hyped about this Ulti page 1, but I would probably expect if they're going to be a dual unit debuting, that they're going to have Super Swap, or if they are just going to be 2 units in one as like a Super type unit, that also could be a thing. We'll have to wait and see once the data download gets pushed. But this artwork leads me to believe it's going to be a dual unit, but we will have to wait and see. Shout out to Rizzy for this one. He did mention that the treasure map Sugo on Japan is supposed to be going live on the 10th of September. So I don't think this is going to be like a treasure map and a Super SUGO-FEST exclusive together. That just doesn't really make a lot of sense. But I am very intrigued to see how this one's going to be playing out, because we don't know the exact date, but it could be starting on the 3rd of September, and then 1 week later is the treasure map SUGO-FEST. Like, that could fit. Again, we'll have to wait and see how everything plays out. But in terms of what I want to see, I mentioned it in yesterday's video that currently there is no Super SUGO-FEST exclusive character that is an int typing unit. So I think Yamato fitting as an int super type unit for the Super SUGO-FEST exclusives, that could fit. However, we have so many int super type units that I almost don't want that to happen. I would be more okay with Ulti page 1 being an int unit, and then we have Yamato be something else. But honestly, I think last tap for Yamato makes a lot of sense with the character and how that character debuts. It makes absolutely perfect sense. But again, there's like so many different routes they could kind of go down. I think it would be kind of fitting if Yamato had very similar abilities to one of the Kaido legends, like whether it be like Super type Kaido, where it's just based around doing like a crap load of damage, or even like V1 Kaido, which is more of like a speed farming captain. That could be kind of cool as well. Or if it's something like the Versus Kaido, which is more about building up a gauge, and then once that gauge is being built up, you can then just absolutely destroy everything that you come across. But I think because it is a Super SUGO-FEST exclusive unit, the unit has to have some type of unique mechanic, a mechanic that's going to make this character stand out compared to a lot of other units in the game. So last tap could be the way to do that, but last tap is extremely difficult to max out because those tablets basically don't exist. The only viable way of leveling it up fast is pulling dupes of the unit, and that's not a very good way to go about things. So I think the unit in the captain or the special or the super type, if that unit has a super type, has to have a unique mechanic that makes this unit really strong. And because they are confirmed to be a Super SUGO unit, this unit is going to be strong in some sense. But let me know down below in the comment section, guys, how excited are you for this? Now, of course, for global players, I know this is a little bit of a letdown because, you know, we're going to be getting Luffy, Law, Kid as our Super SUGO, where Japan are going to be getting this, and I'm pretty sure global is not getting this at the same time. That would be overkill. That is just not going to happen. I just don't see it happening at this point, but I'm very excited to see what they're going to be doing with these units. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.